So it's perfect timing. A new Elvis biopic movie has come out, and Gibson has introduced this SJ-200 Elvis edition. You're going to want to stay tuned through the entire video. I know you're going to watch, so I'll go ahead and thank you now. So thank you. Thank you very much. Stay tuned. Hey, you're watching Alabama Music TV. My name is Chris McKee.
And I'm Cooper Greenberg.
We're here with Alabama Music Center in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alabamamusic.com. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you'd like to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom designed t-shirts, and check out our podcast. That's the Fretboard Confessional, wherever you get your podcasts. You think Elvis would do a podcast if he was alive today? He would totally do a podcast, wouldn't he?
Yeah, and it'd be with like Post Malone or something.
Post Malone covers Elvis.
Yeah.
Elvis covers Post Malone.
Yeah.
That would be great. I wish Elvis was still around. But he's not. Spoiler alert. So there was a great movie that's come out. I saw that, I think it was at the premiere, Lisa Marie was saying that it really is kind of the best treatment of her dad's life. The performance, Elvis's performance was, or the guy who played Elvis, great. Yeah. What's his name?
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. You had thoughts about Tom Hanks' performance, but
I got a lot of thoughts, but that's for
we'll leave that to our movie review time.
Podcast.
What we are reviewing today instead of movies is the Elvis SJ-200 from Gibson, which is pretty cool. Now, I will say this: even before the movie came out, I was impressed with some of the accuracy, even on the movie poster. Because he's standing there with what probably a lot of laymen would think is a ES-335, red ES-335, but it's not. You know what it is, don't you?
Well, now I don't want to be wrong because I don't want to be seen as a layman.
Let's do it.
No, what do you got?
It's a Fender Coronado.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, bolt-on neck, hollow body guitar that Fender put out in the 60s. Now, unfortunately, Fender introduced those back in 2014 and then discontinued them. Their timing was just off a little bit. Always thought those were cool guitars. But Gibson's timing is more accurate this time.
Yeah.
So they've introduced two different Elvis models. There's a Dreadnought version.
They got the Dove, Elvis Dove. I like this one more.
I do
Not
too.
just because it's the one we have, but
the one we're holding.
I think the all black kind of suits the SJ a little bit better. Mm-hmm. The Dove does look very sharp, but this is just a great looking guitar. He does play an SJ in the movie, which is cool, and pretty sure. Like I just wonder what the guitar budget was on this. I mean.
Well, yeah.
There was a lot of guitars.
Probably high. I don't know what they have to pay to Gibson for those guitars so that they don't have to tape over the headstock and they can be authentic. But who knows what the budget was.
A lot of cool guitars in there, and the music was great. Obviously, it's polarizing if you're a Great Gatsby, Moulin Rouge, Baz Luhrmann style fan. If you haven't seen it and you're a big Elvis and say B.B. King and Sister Rosetta fan, be forewarned that their songs are interspersed with anachronistic popular rap music that might rub you the wrong way, like it did me. But
my mother-in-law is a huge Elvis fan.
Yeah.
Like back in the day, I think she had like an Elvis shrine or whatever.
Yeah.
Swooning at concerts and everything. She loved the movie. So
I mean, it was a fun watch, but I had more fun playing on this guitar because I can enjoy it more. So anyway, it's a cool guitar. It is a little interesting with that right there.
Three-piece back.
Three-piece back. So it's an SJ-35, I think is what they call it.
There you go. So it's an SJ-200, which means it's a jumbo body or super jumbo from Gibson, and it is spruce top, maple back and sides. It's hard to tell here unless you're looking at the sound hole because, of course, it's given the black lacquer treatment. It's finished in nitrocellulose like Gibson typically would. It's got the mustache bridge, the crown inlays, all of the typical SJ-200 appointments. It has Elvis up on the truss rod cover, and it's a custom limited, isn't it?
It's custom. It's not numbered, but yeah, it's a custom shop label on the inside.
And unlike what Elvis had, this actually has a pickup in it.
Yeah.
So you can gyrate on stage and you won't have to worry about mic placement.
Yeah.
Which is a bonus. But no, it's a great guitar. I think it looks stellar, like you said, in black. There's a number of finishes that Gibson's been doing with SJ-200s. I'm not a big fan of all of them. I think natural and sunburst often look fantastic.
Which one are you talking about, Chris?
So I actually liked the Orianthi red, but there's a wine red I don't really think
I don't love
fits
the wine
the
red.
guitar.
Is that Jerry Cantrell, or is that?
No, they actually just have a wine red one.
What's his?
I think the Jerry Cantrell one is also red, but with different appointments, if I'm not mistaken. And
okay.
I'm probably mistaken, and someone will tell me in the comments.
Yeah, I would like to see one of those guitars. I'm a big Jerry Cantrell fan, but the all black works the best for me.
I think particularly with the binding, it sets it all off. It looks great. I love the Grover tuners up here with the Keystone style tuning keys. It's a sharp looking guitar outside of being the Elvis model.
It feels very classic, like tuxedo Vegas kind of thing, without being gaudy.
Now, you know the history behind Elvis having it?
No.
So evidently back in, I think it was the early 70s, it was gifted to him during a recording session. And then he went on to use it quite a bit, and had a number of various Gibson models, some that were given to him, some that he ordered, some that were custom built, with his name and whatnot on it, and he employed them both, in the studio, particularly early on in his career, and then I would say probably more theatrically on stage, as he had a growing band, and he was really just kind of fronting it with the instruments.
Yeah.
But it was often in his hands since that moment that was gifted to him, and then at some point later he passed it on and gave it to somebody else, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Anyways, it's a great guitar. You put it through its paces. So let's hear it, and then on the other end we'll talk a little bit more about it. Fantastic sound from a big guitar.
Yeah.
I found that when I first took this out of its case and played it, it was easier to play than some SJ-200s I've played. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like big jumbo bodied guitars, you often have to kind of start chopping wood. You really have to lay into them to get that top moving. That's how they're designed. But this seemed a lot more responsive, and I really liked it.
It feels good to me. I also like, it's huge. It's got the Gibson sound, the kind of lo-fi classic. It feels very strummy, but percussively, palm muted stuff. Feels very good. No matter what, I never get tired of the bass that comes from a SJ, It's huge.
There's different types of bass on guitars, which we've talked about in videos. You've got like your tone wood response bass, but then you've also got like the body bass, just from the size of the body cavity on a guitar. And a big jumbo guitar is going to give you this big, booming, present note, rather than just EQ from tone woods. And on these, I've often found that in addition to that and that kind of lo-fi that you've mentioned, it's got some crispness because of the maple.
The maple's
that
a good pair.
Some Gibsons don't have. And so it's really well-rounded guitar overall.
I think that's part of the reason. I mean, obviously, having options is good, but you got the SJ-200 Studio Rosewood. It's an awesome guitar too, but I think that combination you're talking about is why the standard is maple and spruce. It's because it all kind of balances out into a very unique tone, and having it all black is cool, but knowing that it's the classic, like, because they could do any color, and I think Elvis fans would be into it and everything, but have it be spruce and maple, it's a good pair.
I've always loved the setup on these too. It almost feels like a Les Paul neck put on a acoustic guitar body. So fantastic guitar. The glasses can be included, although I'm going to start an online petition, and all of you get to comment below that Cooper should wear these glasses from now on.
Right as I took them off.
Right as you took them off. No, you got to put them back on.
Yeah.
They particularly with the mustache, they suit you well.
Chris told me that I look like I'm hanging out with the Limu Emu.
Limu.
That's my least favorite commercial of all time.
Sorry, that was just. You also pull off like the '80s vibe really well with those glasses. I'm just saying, and everyone can comment and tell me if I'm crazy or if like Cooper really rocks this look pretty well. So.
You know, I appreciate that.
Embrace
I think
it.
I mean, I would rather have this look than, you know, if you saw the movie, Elvis looks pretty rough there at the end.
Tough there at the end for Elvis.
Yeah, so hopefully I'm not looking like that, but I am happy to play it. I know it's been on order for quite some time. It's not like this, they dropped the movie and they're like, oh yeah, we got these guitars in.
Nope.
We've been waiting for this like any Gibson, but any custom shop Gibson especially. It's been a long, long time. I'm glad that we got the SJ. The Dove looks very cool as well, but this one scratched the itch for me, you know.
This was my favorite of the two, and the other thing that I really like about this, and what you're going to like about this, is that it pretty much costs roughly what a normal SJ-200 costs.
Yeah.
I think it's $100 more or something to that effect.
I mean, the appointments are very cool, and something about the three-piece back too.
It is cool.
It's
yes,
just a nice kind of special.
Framing it in that ebony finish.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really dig it. So if you'd like more information about this guitar, that again is a special limited edition that is priced how a normal SJ-200 would be priced. So I think it's good value there, and tied to the King of Rock. Where should they go?
You're gonna want to go to elvismovie.com. Delete that and then go to alamomusic.com because that's where it is. You know, it's where you find.
So glad you
stuff.
fixed it. I was afraid you were like having a fit or something.
Yeah, I was falling apart. You know, it was the pills and the girls and all the Elvis stuff because I had to get into character.
So alamomusic.com. Now we often with Gibson provide a little bit of instruction. If you go to our website, you can see this guitar. You can see the photography we did of this specific guitar, all of the specs on it. You cannot add it to cart. There is policies that Gibson has where some websites can do that and some cannot. That's the world we live in right now. So you can chat with one of our associates online. You can shoot us an email. You can call, or you can come in to purchase this beautiful guitar.
Yep.
So
we'll hook it up.
And there's financing and all that cool stuff. So you don't have to have a add to cart button in order to realize the dream of owning this SJ-200 Elvis edition. And really, I think this is a great guitar if you are looking for a very cool SJ-200. And if you're an Elvis fan, all the better.
Yeah.
So
for sure.
That's my take on it. We're going to wear these glasses from now on in every video we do reviewing guitars. And I hope you like the glasses. I really dig the guitar. I really do. So all jokes aside, fantastic guitar. Check it out. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. And remember, at the end of the day, the very best guitar in the world is the one you're playing. Start with something cheap, pour your heart into it. Who knows? You too could be a farm boy that makes it big someday. So thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.